Kelly Style, your State Farm insurance agent in Oskaloosa, is excited to be serving the Mahaska County community and the surrounding area. See Kelly at 309 High Avenue E, Oskaloosa, or call 641-673-0088.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the thousands listening locally and the millions listening around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to Shetland!
Oh, yeah. Hey, welcome in on a Thursday morning for the morning wake up here on Steve Shetler Media. It's brought to us by Home Plate Sports Cards. By the way, I still have no idea what it means when he says, let's get ready to Shetler, but hopefully you're ready to Shetler this morning. Home Plate Sports Cards bringing us the morning wake up. You can find Home Plate Sports Cards at 1516 A Avenue East, Oskaloosa. 641-676-1516 is the number to call. Stop in Wednesday through Friday, 5:30 to 8:30 p.m., Saturday noon to 6, and Sunday noon to 4. You know, there's no place like Home Plate Sports Cards in Oskaloosa. Stop in there. They've got their WrestleMania. If you like some pro wrestling, it's WrestleMania weekend this weekend, and you can stop into Home Plate Sports Cards and watch some of WrestleMania, either Saturday or Sunday, from 5 to 10 p.m. each night. Free pizza and prizes, so check that out. Should be a lot of fun at Home Plate Sports Cards in Oskaloosa. If you like baseball card, any sort of sports cards, and especially this weekend if you like wrestling, we'll have WrestleMania at Home Plate Sports Cards. Hey, we are broadcasting live from the Oski Dental Studios. You can get a hold of Dr. Dan Schuster and Dr. Drawn at Oski Dental in Oskaloosa, Iowa at 641-673-4845. That is 641-673-4845. Oski Dental bringing us our studios here on Steve Shetler Media. And let's see here. Let's look at our forecast up next. It's sponsored by the Garden Gate. They are located at 105 South Jefferson, Sigourney. Call Cindy at 641-622-3191. Monday through Friday, they are open 9 to 5. Saturdays, 9 to noon. You got fresh floral arrangements, jewelry, home decor, sympathy gifts. They got something for everyone at the Garden Gate. And today, slight chance of some rain and snow showers during the midday, basically between 11 to noon. Otherwise cloudy today, breezy, and a high of 47. I'm looking out my window right now. Actually, it doesn't look like too bad of a start of a day today. But evidently clouds and maybe some precipitation. Slight chance of some precip during the 11 o'clock hour. Tonight, mostly clear. Still a little bit on the breezy side, a low of 29. And then Friday will be mostly sunny with a high of 54. Nice day tomorrow. Tomorrow night, clear, a low of 30. And then Saturday will be sunny and a high of 56, getting back to being breezy on Saturday. And right now, our current conditions in southeast Iowa, humidity at 79%. Winds are northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And the barometer at 29.74. Currently 32 degrees here in southeast Iowa. Weather brought to us by the Garden Gate. Coming up later on today, we will get to our question of the day. Always brought to us by Amy's Salon House and Spa at 202 North Main in Sigourney. Call 641-622-3772. Hair and spa services, extensions, products, tanning. You can see their line of products going across the screen. Our question, which will go up at noon today on Facebook, is where's the best place to eat in Iowa? What do you think? Where is the best place to eat in Iowa? It could be, right here in southeast Iowa, or maybe, you go up to Des Moines, or maybe there's a place in Iowa City or Cedar Rapids. But yeah, where's the best place to eat in Iowa? Maybe it's like an unknown location that people should know about. But you'll be able to answer that at noon today when that goes up on the Steve Shuttler Media Facebook page. Hey, a thing that went up earlier today and every weekday morning at 6 a.m. is This or That. And it's always brought to us by Stacy Flynn by the Legacy Insurance Group and Welcome Realty in Sigourney. Gas stove or electric stove are our choices today. This or that. You can always find that at 6 a.m. here on the Steve Shuttler Media Facebook page. Again, brought to us by Stacy Flynn. This or that, gas stove or electric stove. Those are your options for today. What else we got going on? Coming up later on this week, tomorrow, we'll be heading to the Iowa Music Showcase at Barnwired in Sigourney. It's always fun. We always have a good time at Barnwired. The staff always treats us great at Barnwired. You have Neil Crott running the controls. You've got me interviewing an artist each week. And this week it'll be Sierra Griggs coming to Barnwired in Sigourney, 11:30 to noon tomorrow. It's a half-hour interview with 3 original songs mixed in. So tune in or stop in. It could be a live experience for you. We always have a nice live crowd that hangs out, drinks some coffee, eats some food, maybe does some shopping afterwards. It's the Iowa Music Showcase with Sierra Griggs live at Barnwired in Sigourney tomorrow from 11:30 to noon. And then on Saturday, we'll head on over to Brothers Market in downtown Sigourney for the sports section, as Coach Jenny Hobbs is our host, and she'll have a guest lined up for us on Saturday morning, 8 a.m. for the sports section here on Steve Shuttler Media. Let's take a look at a few things on our community calendar. Do want to point out that the Sigourney Golf and Country Club has their season opening UTV ride, poker run, coming up on the 13th of April. You can see the information there. $40 per UTV, route to be determined, and that is on April 13th, so make sure you check that out. If you like golfing, Mahaska Chamber and Development Group having their 25th annual scholarship golf outing on Friday, May 10th. You can look into that, get more information from the Mahaska Chamber. And also keep in mind, our Sigourney Public Library has their after-school programs that continue this school year through this month. So take advantage of that. Miss Amanda always has great things happening at the library in Sigourney, including the after-school programs. One more thing, do want to pump up that tomorrow night I'll be emceeing, and I'll have my friend Neil Crott hanging out with me tomorrow night at the Love Inc., Love in the Name of Christ Gala, coming up tomorrow at the Gateway Nazarene Church in Oskaloosa. Dinner, dessert, and auction. It'll be a good time for the Love Inc. Gala. Gala or gala, however you want to say it, pronounce it. That's coming up tomorrow night. And we'll just keep throwing things up here on the screen. Sunday. The Barn City Annual Fireman's Breakfast on Sunday from 7 to 10:30 at the Barn City Fire Station. So lots of stuff happening, as always, in our communities here in Southeast Iowa. We are doing the morning wake up. It's brought to us by Home Plate Sports Cards in Oskaloosa. Good morning to you, Rebecca. First on the good morning list. Good to see you. Amber, Nancy, Sherry, Dan, Dixie, Cindy, Amber. Hey, Amber sending me 100 stars. You see that in the comments, people? That's the way to go. Thank you, Amber. I appreciate your stars that you gave me. Oh, Rebecca chiming in too with 200 stars. Good morning to Tamara, Tracy, Sandy, Eloise, and Molly chiming in today. So appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out on the Morning Wake Up here on Steve Shetler Media. Again, brought to us by Home Plate Sports Cards and by our friends at Oski Dental for bringing us our Oski Dental Studios. Let's go ahead and jump into some birthdays. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Oh, and good morning to you, Dodie. Thank you, Dodie, for tuning in this morning. And our birthdays for today. By the way, have I brought this up that I was thinking of doing, like, been in conversations, somebody thinking about sponsoring, like, a birthday, a happy birthday post on Steve Shetler Media, maybe doing it a weekly thing or maybe a daily thing. Would you guys like that? If you could send in your birthdays and then I would put them on like a graphic, an image. I don't know. We'll see if we do that. We'll see if that takes off. Our birthdays for today, celebrity-wise, we've got LPGA golfer Joanne Carner. She's the old fart on the list. I say that with love and respect. Our old fart is Joanne Carner, golfer, 85 years old for Joanne. We've got actor Craig T. Nelson from Coach, Poltergeist, Young Sheldon, lots of other shows. Coach Craig T. Nelson, 80 years old today. Got country singer Steve Gatlin of the Gatlin Brothers, All the Gold. Gatlin Brothers, Steve Gatlin, 73 years old. Got actor Hugo Weaving, Lord of the Rings, The Matrix, stuff like that. Hugo Weaving is 64. We've got a former football coach and player Jack Del Rio, 61 years old. Is he a current football coach in the NFL? I can't remember. Coaches get fired and hired so much anymore, I can't keep up. But Jack Del Rio is 61. We've got Iron Man Robert Downey Jr., the actor, 59 years old. Actress Nancy McKeon, she was Joe from The Facts of Life. The Facts of Life, Joe. Nancy McKeon is 58. We've got magician, illusionist David Blaine, 51. And actress, singer Jamie Lynn Spears, Britney's sister, turning 33 years old today. On this date in history, again, we are on April 4th. Let's see here. It was on this date, 1841, President William Henry Harrison became the first American president to die while in office. He died from pneumonia back in 1841. It was on this date in 1850, Los Angeles incorporated as a city. It was on this date, 1851, Sir Francis Drake completed the circumnavigation of the world. So, way to go, Sir Francis Drake. It was on this date in 1877, the very first private telephone call was placed at a home in Boston. And then the second call was a telemarketer calling to see if you'd extended your car warranty. 1877. I'm kidding on that last part. Today, according to the National Day calendar, is Tell a Lie Day. So if you like to tell lies, today's your day. Tell a Lie Day. It's also World Rat Day, so give your pet rat a hug for me. It's National Vitamin C Day. It's National Chicken Cordon Bleu Day. It's National School Librarian Day. It's National Hug a News Person Day. I don't consider myself a news person, but, you know, if you want to give me a hug, well, hug it out. Virtual hug. It's National Walk Around Things Day. And it's National Burrito Day. A National Burrito Day. So lots of interesting days on the calendar today. Let's do some things you need to know. Things you need to know. Forbes has released their annual billionaires list, And new to the club, guess what? Guess who it is? The Swizz. The T-Swizzer. Taylor Swift. New to the list this year, an estimated fortune of $1.1 billion. Yes, Taylor Swift, a billionaire. Way to go, Taylor. The new minimum wage law for fast food. We go from billionaire Taylor Swift to people making minimum wage in California. The new minimum wage for fast food workers went into effect in California, which obviously has resulted in the prices of some menu items jumping by as much as $2. So yeah, you have to pay minimum wage workers more. Your food prices are going to go up. Speaking of food, now they rank the best airport food in the world. At the top of the list is it's an airport in Singapore. The Jewel Shanghai Airport, something like that. Now, the first U.S. airport on the best airport food in the world list is JFK in New York City. They come in at number 7. So I'm not much of a traveler. I don't travel if I don't have to. I don't go anywhere if I don't have to. So I don't know about airport food. I've been in a few airports, but yeah, not too many. Good morning to you, Lori. Appreciate you tuning in. Let's see here. Now, Lizzo, she had her little I quit outburst. You may have heard about this. The singer Lizzo. She had a social media outburst Friday saying, I quit. But she says, now she's kind of backtracking a little bit. She's saying that when she said I quit, it was not about music. She explains it was aimed at her critics and that she's not going to let them win. But if you say you quit, then you did let them win. I'm confused. I quit, yeah. Anyway, other stuff. Actress Anya Taylor-Joy from The Queen's Gambit. That actress has confirmed that she secretly got married to Malcolm McRae in New Orleans back in 2022. So she's been married a little while. Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift's boyfriend. Travis Kelce's tradition continues. May 18th will be the second annual Kelce Jam. Yeah, Kelce Jam Festival in a suburb outside of Kansas City, Bonner Springs, Kansas. Among the featured performers are Lil Wayne, 2 Chainz, and Diplo, So that's May 18th if you want to make the road trip to Kansas City for Kelce Jam. Other stuff, things you need to know. Olivia Colman and Benedict Cumberbatch are going to redo the comedy The War of the Roses. Why? The original goes back to 1989, starred Kathleen Turner and Michael Douglas. So War of the Roses getting the redo, the remake. Grey's Anatomy fans will be happy to hear that they have been renewed for the 21st season, in case you were worried about that. Grey's Anatomy will continue on. See here, if you're looking to stock up on something, you might want to do that with chocolate items, as surging cocoa prices going to be future price hikes for chocolate. So chocolate going to be going up. Let's see here. It seems kids are drawn to nicotine because, nicotine's addictive. Duh. And now there's a product out there that's gaining popularity that you might not be aware of. It's a pouch that you stick in your mouth. It's tobacco-free and smokeless that delivers the nicotine buzz. The leading brand is Zyn, Z-Y-N. It was introduced in the United States about 10 years ago, but this past year they shipped 350 million cans, which has about 15 pouches per can last year, which is a 62% increase. Again, that's a 62% increase compared to 2022. So that stuff on the rise. And also, in stuff you need to know, Jimmy Kimmel says a recent 7-day trip to Japan with his family made him realize how quote unquote, filthy and disgusting it is here in America. He said the bathrooms in Tokyo and Kyoto are cleaner than our operating rooms here, and that the restrooms at truck stops are cleaner than Jennifer Garner's teeth. So Jimmy Kim, if Jimmy likes Japan so much, maybe he could just move there, and we could never see him again. Finally, in things you need to know, men's and women's Final Fours, of course, are both set. Have you heard this? With the buzz of Caitlin Clark and the Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball team, currently tickets to the women's finals are twice as expensive as the men's. So people are loving their college women's basketball right now due to Caitlin Clark and the Hawks. So that is pretty awesome. Big, you want to go to the Final Four for the women, you're going to pay some big bucks. Let's do today's impossible question. Today's impossible. Oh, yeah. Question. Oh, yeah. Today's impossible question. Good morning to you, Bruce. Today's impossible question. 39% of people say they take this with them wherever they go. What is it? What do you think? About 40% of people, 4 out of 10, say that they take this particular thing with them wherever they go. It is water. Agua. A bottle of water. 40% of people say they take water with them wherever they go. Okay. And I just drank my pop. So I take my pop with me wherever I go. Let's do something weird.
That is weird.
In some weird, Americans' best guess of what they'll need to retire comfortably is on the rise. The Wall Street Journal reports that a survey of about 4,600 adults conducted by Northwestern Mutual put the magic number at about $1.5 million. $1.46 million. In last year's survey, they targeted the amount at $1.27 million. So that is a 15% rise and also a massive 53% jump from the $951,000 that Americans thought they would need in 2020. So in just 4 years, what we think we need when we retire has gone up by basically about $500,000. Here's some more weird. In the future, we will have Earth time, and then we will also have Moon time. The White House, this is real. The White House Office of Science and Technology Policy on Tuesday directed NASA to establish what it called Coordinated Lunar Time. What time is it on the moon? Under Albert Einstein's theory of general relativity, when gravity is weaker, as on the moon, time passes by more quickly. So, when we get our fancy clocks that have all the times of the world, we're going to have to add lunar time to that clock as well. Let's go to some whales now. Whale news. Whales are people too, dang it. Yeah, you heard me right. Whales are people. According to the indigenous leaders of New Zealand, Tahiti, and the Cook Islands, who have acted to bestow personhood on whales. Let's see here. New Zealand's and other indigenous groups from Polynesia signed a treaty that recognizes all whales as legal persons as part of an effort to seek greater protections for the animals. I mean, here in the United States, you can be pretty much whatever you want. So, I mean, whales might as well be people too. Stupid. Oh, it's so stupid. Another weird news, a Delta Airlines passenger who says that she was escorted off a flight for not wearing a bra, is calling on the carrier to change its policy. Her name is Lisa Archbold, was due to fly from Salt Lake City to San Francisco when airline staff took issue with her clothing, which was a loose white t-shirt. The incident was in January, received some media attention, but Archbold now has legal representation. Her attorney, who has been involved in several high-profile women's rights cases, including represented women who accused Donald Trump and R. Kelly of sexual misconduct. In a recent letter to the airline's president, the lawyer said that Archbold wasn't questioned when she boarded the plane, but was later escorted off the flight by a Delta Gate agent, saying that the agent told Archbold that her outfit was offensive and revealing. So they took her off the flight. So we'll see what comes of that. Let's see here. Let's go to Botswana. Some hot Botswana news. The president of Botswana has threatened to send 20,000 elephants to Germany in a dispute over conservation. I know when I get mad at somebody, I threaten to send elephants to their house, too. So don't mess with me. Earlier this year, Germany's Environment Ministry suggested there should be stricter limits on importing trophies from hunting animals. Now, Botswana's president told German media this would only impoverish people in his country. He said elephant numbers had exploded as a result of conservation efforts, and hunting helped keep them in check. He says Germans should, quote, live together with the animals in the way you are trying to tell us to. This is no joke. Botswana is home to about a third of the world's elephant population, over 130,000, more than it has space for. So now, when you tick off the guy from Botswana, he threatens to send elephants to your country. So don't mess with him. Don't mess with him. Let's go to the files of Law and Disorder. Good morning to you, Billy, by the way. Files of Law and Disorder. We got a couple of interesting stories here. A Burger King customer in Ohio was caught on camera pointing a gun at a drive-thru employee who was trying to give him a discount. Again, the Burger King employee was trying to save the guy some money, and the customer ended up pulling a gun on him. The suspect can be seen on the surveillance video getting out of his car, pointing a gun at 38-year-old Howard Vernon, who was working the drive-thru. Vernon said he was taking the customer's order, and the order came out to be around $8. Now, Vernon says, he was like, my order can't be right. It should be like $11. Vernon was trying to explain to him that they had a promotion going on, and it was cheaper. The guy didn't like it, evidently. Pulled out a gun. Police got involved, of course, and are searching for the disgruntled customer. So they haven't caught the guy yet, who evidently can't do math. But be on the lookout for that guy in Ohio. Other law and disorder, a Cincinnati man is facing charges for buying large quantities of nails and scattering them on roads. And it's not the first time he's done it, according to police. The Springdale Police Department in Ohio said 44-year-old Anthony Dyson was linked to scattering nails found on roads in 3 different towns on March 24th. So that guy's dumb. Spreading nails on roadways. Let's do something that will make you smile. I know I got a new graphic to put up on the screen for you. Dr. Stacy Freeze at Lifetime Dental Solutions in Sigourney, bringing us something to make you smile. In fact, we should probably play that. Something that makes you smile. Something to make you smile, brought to us by Dr. Stacy Freeze. Keep in mind, April is Oral Health Month. And you can book your appointment today with Dr. Stacy Freeze and staff at 641-622-2669. So take care of your teeth, take care of your oral health with Dr. Stacy Freeze at Lifetime Dental Solutions in Sigourney. Of course, Lifetime also with a location in Oskaloosa. So something to make you smile. A 3-year-old with a genetic condition that causes blindness is doing incredibly well after a unique pioneering operation to restore her sight. The UK is the only country performing what they call keyhole eye surgery. to inject healthy copies of a gene into sufferers' eyes. Now, it is being used to reverse blindness in children born with a rare condition, which means that they can only distinguish between light and dark. Now, you can look for this individual post on my Facebook page here in just a little while. It goes up at about 7:45. But yeah, a miracle operation that reverses blindness in a 3-year-old girl in the United Kingdom. That is something to make you smile. Brought to us by Dr. Stacy Freeze at Lifetime Dental Solutions. And then let's wrap this up with some
Duh.
In some duh, we send Russia a big old duh. As more questions are being raised about Russia's response to its worst terrorist attack in decades, as U.S. officials now say they not only warned Russia of a possible attack in advance, but named the very venue that it happened in. Hours after the director of Russia's Foreign Intelligence Service claimed on Tuesday that the warning of a possible attack was too general to prevent it, the Washington Post published a report citing U.S. officials who said the warning, reportedly delivered on March 6th, again, that would have been before this happened, a day before the U.S. Embassy's public announcement, included mention of the Crocus City Hall concert venue outside of Moscow as a potential target. Now, it also raises questions about why authorities weren't able to prevent gunmen from entering the venue and unleashing horrors before setting the building aflame, killing more than 140 people. So Russia was evidently warned by the U.S. about that incident and did not do nearly enough to keep it from happening. They get the duh. That is your duh. That is your morning wake up here on Steve Shetler Media. It's brought to us, as always, by Eddie Pearson at Home Plate Sports Cards in Oskaloosa, 1516 A Avenue East, Oskaloosa. Again, get in there this weekend. They'll have their WrestleMania party going on Saturday and Sunday evenings. And we always broadcast live from the Oski Dental Studios. Make sure you set up your appointment with Dr. Schuster and Dr. Drawn, 641-673-4845. One last look at our forecast for today. Oh, more clouds expected. I don't know. I look outside right now, and it's not too bad. Not too bad right now, but the potential for cloudy skies and still breezy and a very slight chance of some precip during the midday. Again, a high around 47. All right, that does it for today on the Morning Wake Up. Coming up later on today, we got lots to get to. In remembrance of, at 8 a.m., we'll have Miss Amanda with the Sigourney Public Library video at 10 a.m. We'll get to the Great Outdoors with Laura DeCook at 4. We'll have Successful Farming at 5:30. Going to squeeze in our weekly pet later on this evening. We'll get to Morgan You Asked For, the Sports and More video. So that'll come up later on this evening at 7. So tons of stuff to get to today here on Steve Shetler Media. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate our sponsors. Thanks to all my sponsors for making our broadcast possible here on Steve Shetler Media. You guys have a great day. We'll be back here at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Bye-bye.